welcome everyone to this game between OB and this newly formed coalition that has no name yet with HSR, OMBD and TOF. This will be the very first game that we have, official game. So I consider myself official now, that's it. So we're playing on Chora. And as usual, it's gonna be a lot of map control. It's going to be necessary for both teams to have some presence both north side of the river and south side, not to let the enemies get around them. And we usually see in this game that some of the teams or both maybe try to get some small squad around the border on the south side of the map, the southern border, or all the way up the north side of the map to get around the enemy team, get some rallies, work the back lines, harass the supply lines, the mortar fobs and all of that. So it will be interesting to see how this works out. OB, very seasoned team, also part of the coalition Old Knights. You can see that they have some OK tags as well. They are usually quite good at being aggressive in the early stages of the game. They're usually come up with some. They have a record of being quite unpredictable, at least from what I've seen before, which is always enjoyable watching that. So we have Monolith, Nursery and Upper Orchard, the first three caps for MEA. Oh wait, yeah, MEA. And then we have Gas Station, Ham Farm and Radio. First three for US.
If you have some
Upper and Radio
in the game, just say on
will
the
be the mid caps.
And insert on me, just talk to me during the game, please.
So both teams have approximately the same time to get to around Radio
When
Station.
you need mortars, just say it.
As well as close to Upper Orchard. There's a possibility for both teams to rush the enemy's 30 cap. So let's take a quick look. We have some from OB side, Smear, Philology, what's and the shitty box with the rockets. MRAP going south border, to have leading striker, Logi and a small squad in another MRAP going north.
See you now.
Who's taking the first flag?
Command's supposed to drop someone. I'll set again.
Also have some miscommunication on the American side about the first cap. That can cost them. Have the cone here set up ready for a MRAP or a Logi to push in towards a Radio. It looks like the American team have
I'll fix.
not set up anything to do a rush into Radio, probably knowing that this counter rush is possible for the MEA team. They will instead try to do a organized push coming in from the southeast side of Radio, wanting to hold this southern compound during the south flank. Some smoke down to push in.
Cross it from the north, commander, north of you.
There's a quite big cap radius here. And I can actually saw it really quick.
I tutaj od razu w lewo.
We have a flanking squad of OB going around that north border. They're gonna get a rally behind the American team right here that they could use.
Southwest.
And that can become a problem later on. First, let's see if this HSR squad can break into Radio Station and start getting control of this, because they need to hold it to get the third cap. It's not unusual that the MEA side do put a lot of pressure Radio early to try to hold it.
Enemy infantry.
It does look like that's not OB's plan on this case. They will just put some guys on it to relieve some pressure from the rest of the map, just to tie up more people from the American team towards the radio station. Also have this HSR MRAP doing kind of the same thing as this OB squad did north, sending a vehicle around the south border, try to get behind the enemy lines. Is always something you should do, at least in my eyes. To get that small squad behind enemy lines can give you a lot of options later on. Also ties up a bit of infantry from the other team, because they need to take that into account, that you can attack them anywhere and at any time. So, and especially a lot of these comp games when you have clan versus clans, mortars are usually a very powerful asset. So if you can have those guys behind the enemy's line to locate the enemy's mortar fob first and take that down, your mortars will be free to cause problems without the risk of being counter-mortared, at least for a while. Quick look how to set up now. We have quite a solid hold here from OB north side. We got a vineyard and this compound down here, all the way down to the river, quite secured, with some guys back here to make sure they don't get flanked. We have squad 4 on American side working behind. They have the opportunity now to go in and try to locate this fob, or work even further up towards the north side. Same thing for the American team. They have kind of a locked line from the north border to the river.
We have a control of a radio station.
But OB is making a push towards their fob here south of radio.
Scratch that. Enemy infantry northwest of radio station. Confirmed. River.
Reason it looks like,
Yeah, northwest of radio station.
just the
That's
feeling
only
is that
place
there
where they
is
attack.
less of the Americans right now. Not true, of course. There is actually less from OB. There's 2 missing from OB. There's 1 missing from the American team right now. People got disconnected for some reason. Seems to have like a standoff on the north side of the river here, with both teams just holding their positions. It's down here south of radio station where the pushes are really going on right now. OB already digging down the American hab. Kamfas and Cobra King. Bernie, the one for the Americans from HSR, the only one in position to actually do something about this right now. Sega and his gunner slash driver can also help out with the strike if someone wants to jump out. That could be a big risk. Moonshine is coming in to back up Bernie.
Tak, myślę, że
Tak,
tak.
spierdalaj stąd, próbuję ich trzymać. Tak.
Ignak Tasaki, I can butcher that name so many times.
Nie poddawaj jeszcze, nie poddawaj.
Nie podam.
Chyba wyczułem to. 3 było, nie wiem czy było jeszcze więcej.
It's like we have someone falling through there.
Nice, dobra robota.
Okay. Cobra just holding his angle here, trying to delay them from digging up this hab as long as possible. Every second that hab is down, that's time that the OB can actually work on gaining control south side of the map. It's going to be difficult for the Americans to push out without a hab, active hab. Cobra takes down Lockdown. Oh, Lockheed Lamour. Oh, it's gonna be a tight angle.
Kurwa, zdjął mnie, nie widziałem go w ogóle.
Cobra now
Patrzyłem,
backed up
narożnik
by
są
Spoonie.
wsadzone.
And no one really in a position to fall back from radio as well. They need to maintain the cap if that's the point, but they don't really in a position, they're not in a position to hold it even if they get the full cap. You can see OB got mortars up already. So even if this hab gets saved, it will probably be taken up by mortars. Where the mortars are landing from OB side.
South is water, varo.
Frags going back and forth. And of course mortars are trying to take me out, so landing close to Haska and Matson. Haska actually bleeds out, gets shot in the back maybe from Apocalypse. I think OB are very comfortable right now holding this northern side, both compounds and the river crossing or bridge in good control. Meanwhile, they're taking down the American fob south of radio.
Southern hub radio station. We need mortars on this hub.
This means that as soon as they get full cap, they might actually be considering letting the Americans cap radio to then push in after that. If they feel sure enough on themselves that they can control this hab. Digging down the radio as we speak. Coriander and Carbon. Coriander gets shot in the face by Canvas, that then gets destroyed by the Striker, leaving Cobra King yet again last man standing down here.
Sounds okay, they dig in the radio.
Mr. Kipman working the south border. He's got miles of free given terrain to go on. But he gets taken out by the Striker.
West side of the radio station. Market.
So we have some glimmer of hope here for the Americans. They have located the MEA hab west of radio station. So they could actually even the odds here by taking out this hab as well. It will be a task for Rivus and Pista, the combat engineer, backed by squad lead. Also, two guys going for River Fort. I think they should probably send these guys back towards this fort. Right now, taking out this hab is the most important thing these squads can do. And they might need those 2 extra guys to do it, to really make sure that they will succeed. Take a look on the small squad from OB that passed around the north side. Ammo, Thief and Ninja from squad. They're only a 2-man squad, squad 6. Do they have a rally anywhere? They have the rally far out just to make sure that they don't lose the rally, but they can always get back in behind enemy lines. I'll do some scouting, and now they're losing radio call down from the American team. They don't have a way to spawn in to really contest the south side. They have a hab further east, but not the map control to delay the MEA team to push in. Pista and Rivers have deactivated the hab west of radio for OB, but the question is, can they hold it long enough to actually take it down all the way? Pista might be shot in back by Outdoor Yeti. Outdoor Yeti get Rivers. Rivers got Betoni. Pista takes him. Gets the shot from behind. Takes him down. And it's Hammerhead.
Don't do this.
The one to save it for OB. Pista just gonna hold the entrances here to the radio. Radio is in the lead already. Will he pull out a frag? Reaction from Pista, nicely done. Noskalocki comes in, gets some shots off from Pista. Pista's still alive and he goes down, but the radio is already down as well. So 2 guys took down that fob as well, very nice.
Hab is destroyed on west side of the radio station.
This will definitely
Maybe.
give the American team a chance to stabilize around a radio station. Seems like they have got some reinforcement now and are outnumbering the MEA team. MEA that now we have to work from rallies on the south side. Also nice, they're already on this backup fob and can probably work their way north towards the OB mortars after this.
We are getting back to radio.
Always kind of surprised that when teams only have that one fob that's really important for them, and like OB had quite good control, I would say, around radio station, and I mean, I don't know, they did have 3 guys that were quick to respond towards the radio, but maybe just having one guy close at all times. Because that's usually like one of the big reasons why a game swings. One team have good control, have the momentum a bit, and then they lose the fob, or just get the hab blocked for a little while, and they just have to send them back towards the hab instead, and they lose momentum forward. If they would just have that one guy already guarding it, especially on these slow game, small maps. They saw the flank coming in the beginning, so they should have been ready for it. But I also know that you want to get everything out from each player, so you don't want to have one guy just sitting watching a radio without doing anything. But yeah, it's always going to be that balance. Let's see here what Einfach Kurt can achieve, sneaking his way down the south side. If he's down here to try to wait for any kind of logi that might come from the American team to set up a new radio, and he might be doing just to kill that squad lead. OB mortars landing on market, straight on that logi that's already been taken out. Hab is coming up outside, or the fob inside.
Yep.
So question is, how long will that hab stay up until anyone from OB spots it, and then mortars will definitely destroy it. They don't have any spare build on that either, so they cannot rebuild the hab if it goes down completely. We have an airstrike coming in now on Hemp Farm from OB. Great hit, takes down the hab completely, nothing left, nothing to dig back up. The camel thief probably marked it, spotted it. And that's the exact reason why you want those guys working behind, so they can come through, find the habs, find the mortars, and just mark them for the commander, for the mortars, and they can deal with it. Squad 4 from the US side have been working their way around, trying to go to some positions where they could suspect the enemies to have some rallies. I think they've actually wiped one squad rally that I believe were down here, maybe? I'm not sure. I have Squad 4 here from OB without a rally, so that could very well be the case. And mortars for the US team, we have one mortar tube up, James. I definitely think that this would be the time for both teams actually to kind of reinforce their squads working behind them lines to actually put some pressure on their respective camp. If this squad 4 could get a rally up so they can start pressuring fob, and as well keeping control of this area right here to deny any lodges coming in to build a new fob west of radio. Because you know, you've taken out the enemy fob,
And
and
west
at
side
this
radio
level you
station.
know that they will try to get another fob down to reassert themselves in the area. And this can come down to timing. If they will hear this logic coming, that could be a disaster for OB. Should hear it coming now. Pista hears it. Can he get a shot? Oh, did not hit anyone. Cleansman, Mar, Cobra King, and Spoonie now have to take out and battle this little squad here. Reva's the only one alive. Rel is still up and in danger. If this logic continues around the south side, they can wipe that rally as well. Other two members of that squad are alive on River Fortress still. It's gonna be up to Pista and Rivas to respawn on the rally before it gets wiped. That's the rally gone.
It's fine, that was mortars on the radio.
Unlucky for OMBD, TOF, and HSR. They've now lost their little scout squad. Kurt still hiding here in the field, waiting for any kind of intel or logis might coming his way. Not to be underestimating the information you can gather. That could be very important in making decisions of what to do. Campas gets taken out yet again by the striker that's trying to hold this southern flank. It's slowed down a bit now. Both teams are kind of holding the lines with no real reason to push. We will see what will happen now when OB will get up a fob down here. If they can start pressuring the south side, maybe trying to get around radio from the south. It's gonna be difficult with the striker holding it.
Looking on the south side.
If Americans will try to get back out behind the lines, maybe take our MRAP and try to push around south side again, or maybe push north. I have no idea. So far, let's see, 65 kills for US, 56 for MEA, 40 revives, 52. Quite even still going on. We have the mortars from OB. Honorea and Miku. No. I'm just guessing Finnish pronunciation. Yodav is gonna send some rockets. Let's see where they're going to land. Maybe he's just in the machine gun right now. Oh, no rockets this time. I would say there's definitely an opening in the north side of the map for an American team to start working and gain some ground. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I didn't say it was gonna be easy, but they have the opening right now. We have the MRAP coming back down out for the Americans, trying to go south side. This would be the perfect time to do a force push north side. Of course, they don't know that. Even with that MTLB shitbox, it couldn't stop them from actually coming all the way over here unless they called it out. Sometimes I think it's definitely worth trying the brute force approach. Just send it. But I liked it. I liked the response that they're just taking out a new MRAP straight away, trying to get back out there. Friado crawling through the fields, trades with Japa, and also just get desecrated by his own mortars, I think. Malware, Rat, Shamani, Smeagol, and Rullis holding the north side here from OB. There's some OBs trying to push in west of radio now, got some pressure, but there's a lot of Americans in the market. And I think they actually have an opening here as well to try to push and make some ground towards the south side. This time Rivas have managed to push on through at the south border. They took a lap in the back, but they're still going. And they probably have marked the enemy fob over here, at least the Logi. Should be a giveaway that there's something gonna be built. They should be in range for the mortars of OB here on the market, so I'm just waiting for them to start hitting here on market, and there they go.
Okay, enemies are building hub on the south of radio station. Mark is accurate.
Call of the FOB coming up now from the Americans, and also their own hab being mortared down. Maybe Slumber will be the hero with the shovel. Airstrike from the Americans on the southern FOB. Don't know if they got anything with that airstrike.
Okay, enemy hub fully destroyed.
Okay, they took out the hab, and there's no more supplies on the FOB itself, but they probably have some backup on the Logi. I don't think the American mortars will reach down all the way over here. Could be an issue. The American team don't have any real pressure towards Upper Orchard, which means that OB could probably start building up the pressure towards radio here soon, as soon as they get a FOB up, backed up by their own mortars marching the spawn of Americans. So this striker here by Signatakski and Sega will be a very important part of the defense now for the Americans to hold this southern flank, as the flood of MEAs will probably start pushing in now from the south. But it looks like we actually do have the mortars from the American team landing on that compound as well. Oh, yeah, they're reaching. Great.
I'm gonna start losing radio station now, people.
You can see as OB are pushing back the Americans east, they can start soon. We'll be able to start wrap around on the north side as well. think that Americans definitely need to do something. You see, there's almost no one defending Upper Orchard. They don't have any pressure towards Upper Orchard, and that can just,
really close radio station.
you know,
We need
leave
north
OB
side
to
people.
focus with a lot of players towards the radio
I
station.
think some of them are already inside of it. Northern combo.
And if the Americans instead would have been the first one to make the move to really pressure Upper Orchard, that might have sent some of these attackers back on defense instead of attacking. So Americans losing the initiative by not pushing, really, I would say. Scout squad from OB still alive. They've not lost the rally. Venom just took it out. I don't see them anywhere on the map. Squad 6. Rivas and Pista again. Might be a C4 on this radio. The radio is on bleed already. Bajan and Kushik coming to back up. Pista here. Spoony. Oh, he's a squad leader. He got no shovel. Takes up Pista with a shot to the face. Gets taken up by Rivas. And this radio will get destroyed. I think both teams are doing a good job with these small scout squads or recon squads, whatever you want to call them. Mortar is just slightly off target here from the Americans, but that doesn't matter since the radio is gone. Now that might be enough to stabilize radio station again. But OB are working fast. They already have a second fob up further up north, so they can maintain the pressure on the radio station.
Radio is being attacked from west.
That's nice done. Investing in another fob.
Side of radio.
Let's take a look here. There is room for Americans as well to try to get a more offensive fob somewhere if they just decided to make a push, secure a bit of ground and place a new fob. Could work south, could work north as well. $213 to 208 tickets. It's very, very even. OB now have surpassed the US team here on kills. And the mortars could be a very big part of that. Have now fully down to sticks on market for the American team.
A lot of enemy infantry coming south side of the radio station.
It's going to be hard now for the Americans to contest the radio without a fob close by. Also, OB taking some ground now north, just north of the river, meaning that they will be able to start pushing, pressing down the east side of radio from the north side soon. And this fob can be at risk if they don't pressure them back. As well, just block them from getting close to the hemp farm. Again, squad 4 on target. They have located the radio again, sniffing out that.
I'm building.
But these guys are doing a fantastic job taking down the fobs of OB. For on that. Oh, we might. That will yet again give the American team the chance to re-establish control on radio. Now OB back to working from rallies. And here we see some OBs coming in from the north side now as they have pushed the Americans back. So they can now push in from the north as well. As long as the Americans don't let the OB to start wrap around them this way and cutting them off over here, they still have a chance to get back into radio, but it's Rat already taking the east side, looking for rallies, and they're probably going to start cutting off the reinforcements coming. Torbjörn close to Smeagol and
I'm focused right on west side.
Shamani.
I think I stopped the cap.
Shamani
Copy.
in the field here.
I'm coming for more supplies for the radio station now.
With that mortar, just take down 3 guys. Sounded like a hat taking out the striker. OB making the push south side now has
We
been
don't
lost.
have any response on the radio anymore. Carbon, go away from there.
Well, did not make it in time to turn around. South side is completely overrun now by OB. Striker went down and they lost control.
That hub marker is correct, southern radio station.
I think this might be the beginning of the end.
We got the southern fog good.
So, unfortunately, they got stuck with the logi here as well. The logi that they were going to use to re-establish any kind of control. South side do still have this one. As this cap goes to OB, the ticket will swing quite dramatically. It will be a, what is it, 70 ticket difference, I think? 10 tickets lost and 60 tickets gained. Yeah. So that will definitely show on the ticket count. But it's far from over. HSR, TOF and OMBD can get those tickets back by taking the cap back. One option still for the Americans would be to kind of go on defensively, just try to hold off OB's push here from this fob and try to get the number advantage you can get by being defensively, and then send a force up to Upper Orchard, take this fob down, and maybe get a fob of their own somewhere north side, and then they can push south from the north side and start cutting off OBs. But that all counts on that they feel comfortable enough just holding the push from OB on the south side.
Let's get the wheel spinning.
Something needs to happen. They need to try something.
We have any squad going on the south side right now towards the radio station?
I'm gonna try to first attack
Artillery
from
coming in
east and
between
north.
radio station and radio.
I think
Radio station, enemy
Americans
artillery.
are just too passive. So OB can just do what they want. They can have the time to come up with a plan and start working on it and get into the groove.
I will dig down on the FOB at radio station.
Squad 4 is trying to get them off their game, but OB are quick to respond, even if they're losing their fobs and halves. And a very well-placed creeping barrage towards the hab. That tells me that we have quite a good idea of where the hab is placed for the Americans. So yeah, but that would be my call if I were on the American team. Just dig in, get a good defensive hold, and then do a strong push. Try to get some nice crossfires over the fields, backed up by mortars and MGs. That should be able to hold off a big push long enough for them to create some pressure over here, and then fall down towards the south side. Would, you never know, but I think when you're losing control and the grasp of the game, you need to do something to try to get the momentum back. Just to throw the enemies off their game. If they just continue letting them build on what they're doing, it will be hard to stop them. The snowball effect, right? They get that ball rolling, you need to stop it early before it gets too big. So I wonder actually if OB would let that hab radio be there, the hab and radio. That will completely stop the Americans from being able to build anything else in a close proximity, but it sounds like they're digging the radio down for the tickets. I mean, as long as they feel that they've got good control around radio, they don't really need to dig that fob down. It's only 10 tickets, and it's a great position to block the American team from building a new fob. So I've missed something here. Oh, again, squad 4 from the Americans have been here, causing problems. Bayonin, searching for a radio, maybe a rally.
Marking enemy LTB. North radio station. Point snow.
We had a nice line here from TOF. I love that they have that one guy south of the river. So they have a bit of a crossfire. And this is where they need to make the call that they feel that they're not really...
Me to send it on the radio station, just on the radio station?
If they would get the call here from
Or
TOF,
should I wait?
that they feel that they're not really getting pushed.
Like my point of view.
If the enemy's not pushing you, you should have the ability to start taking back some ground. At least they should send someone out just to, you know, feel the waters. Can they make some progress north
I
side?
could lay a better one if you want.
Right now, like I said, they seem to be very passive, and they're not even trying to get to push them back west. Only issue would be this for them. But they got some good hat players, I know that.
With mortars.
Okay, type then copy. Everyone watch out, artillery.
New loggy from OB. Is this the 4th or the 3rd
Enemy
fob? I don't know.
is at the north side of the vineyard.
But they keep sending them to get control, and that's what you have a fob for. I wonder how long
There will be new hub on radio station south
these
side.
mortars would just be able to continue bashing the Americans right now. Let's take a look what they have. It's Meek. Meek is 16, 29. Yeah, they're doing damage. Creeping now from the Americans from north to south towards market and radio.
Okay, let's try last push after the artillery.
Solomir and Shamani running for their lives. I think, Mango, you want to get inside soon. Smeagol and Volbicula already inside, and now Mango is taking cover as well. No? I really like this from OB. Just like the Americans had a striker to hold the south side, they are using this to hold the north side. So they don't want to spend too many of their infantry up here. So they're gonna just hold it with the vehicles instead. And then put the extra guys down to hold the radio station. This is a great area. It's a big open fields and just along this, north of the fields. Hold this line here. Well, something you can do to try to deal with it. They have mortars. They could try to mortars it. They could just try to smoke it off if they want to do a push. We have the push now. Mortars are though making it difficult for Americans to push in. We do have a few speak up and disc market on the way into market. Al Gore got just destroyed. I don't know if it was a frag or the mortars. Mango probably gonna hold this entrance.
Any info about enemy entry?
Like it went through all the way. Hammerhead. Try to repeat. To do the equal amount of damage on each other. Repeats into the side of Hammerhead and gets taken out. Two will be attacking from the west side. It's gonna have to deal with Hammerfaust. He gets the drop on him. Kind of made his way in, and he gets Mango in the rear, takes out Winkle as well, and then gets domed by Bamakara. Oh god. Making progress right here now, the Americans. They have gotten a few guys into the cap itself, also already on the fob again. This squad for making the Lord's work for the Americans. Might be the 4th or 5th fob they're taking down.
That's the north side of the map.
Ruben is going to try to get Speakin back up. Luckily more in disc mark as well. I'm just down waiting for someone to pick them up. Over there we have Rivas from the now legendary squad fall.
Okay, I'm gonna push my boys back a little bit.
If this, I think it's gotta be OB mortars now landing on market. Kalkaya. Let's see if he can do anything about the presence here of Speaking and Torbjörn. Frozen a frag. Short and Heinz coming in from the west. It's not enough for them to start capping. That means Torbjorn needs to get the Lamora and Disco Market back up as well, if they're gonna have a chance to start capping. But I'm feeling like I'm missing something, because there's too little going on down there. Or is it just that they were losing the hub, so they had to so they lost the ability to push? So OB managed to clear out the threat from their fob down here again. And they're now spawning back out, and they're gonna retake the radio. Torbjorn got Lamora back up. Shamani now back on the roof. See if Torbjorn's gonna spot him. He's gonna see that first. Torbjorn takes Shamani down. Kalkaya trades with Lamora. And they are the only one on the cap, so if they get Loki back up, they should start capping. But they're down now to 96 tickets. $157 to 880. Like we had a trade here as well. Jewel, this one clears out someone. Is this the same guy that was here in the field before with the GL? Has he been hiding in this field? Oh, maybe not the same guy. So Speakin and Torbjorn trying to maintain some kind of presence here on the market. Speakin just gets taken out by Mango, gets his revenge. It's a trade. Torbjorn now the last one alive, the last of the Americans. Takes out Wando Auto Yeti, and a trade between Torbjorn and Bitoni. Just shows how much it does. Just even though Obi managed to save this fob, they just
try to move it a little bit. It's ridiculous for them.
I just wanted to hear what Sega was saying. Something they're trying to take out MRAP somewhere. They want to move it. Yeah, I think it's this MRAP that he don't want to lose from the mortars. That's tickets. But we saw how much it did just by having this fob blocked for a while. Just opened up radio stations so much for Americans, but they just didn't get in. They couldn't get through, I think. And we do again see now. We do again see what the English. But we can see now yet again how open it is up here, north side of the map still. A MRAP 5-6 guys could definitely do damage to Upper Orchard. And if Americans would take down this fob, they will get complete north control. And they could, after that, just push south and get radio. And from north side here, starting to cut off OB from main and harassing nursery. If they want to think long term. But again, that all, if they feel that they can hold, lead with 5-6 guys from north and not lose too much somewhere else. But I think that they could definitely do it. OB is right now in the line of just pushing hard on the south side, thinking of that. We're losing a lot of people that has to respawn, and then have to put more people on it.
Something inside the radio station.
It did not manage to do this this time. Pista, Bejne, and Kusheski. Sorry, my friend. I tried. I really tried. And this is probably MEA artillery trying to slow down the Americans east of radio. Did not get that much with it. Maybe HSR, Triflu and Kubteke are probing the water's north side. And they could give the call that it's not that many OB up here and that there's an opportunity to gain some ground up in north. And it's 65 tickets. I doubt that they will try to do a offensive push anywhere else besides radio.
2 minutes to end. 2 minutes to end.
And we have the call. It's 2 minutes left of the 1 hour round that they agreed upon. So, both teams will probably just slow it down, try to maintain as many tickets as possible, and be ready for the next round. And I promised that I would get some footage on Coriander, who stepped in as a replacement when they needed. Lovely Coriander. Let's see if he dies here. It'd be just the perfect ending, wouldn't it?
Do not give up.
And he gets a kill. That might even be better. Einfach Kurt. Yeah, this was the guy hiding in the field here before. Let's see, Cobra wants the revenge. They can play the Cobra backed up by Kampfhas. Coriander takes another one down. He's playing the rat game. Taking one, moving around, I like it. He lines up perfectly through the window for Kampfhas. Valiant effort. And that's it, 168 tickets to 63 in favor of OB in the first round.